Mr. Desmond Choo.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the proposed amendments support our young families, particularly on the pivotal role that fathers play in the child's upbringing. Societal norms, work, and family structures are evolving. Families are increasingly faced with competing caregiving responsibilities for the young and old. Fathers want to actively participate in their child's upbringing, and both fathers and mothers want to share the duty of caring for the elderly parents. These amendments can help families to better cope with their caregiving responsibilities. Fathers will have the support and encouragement to be more engaged and present in the precious moments of their children's lives. It will also indirectly help to provide support to their wives. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will speak on two aspects of the bill: the enhanced government paid paternity leave and the enhanced unpaid infant care leave. I'll also be highlighting the importance of workplace support in line with the proposed enhancements. First, on the enhanced GPPL. The enhancement is a clear signal of the government's steadfast commitment to supporting fathers in their pursuit of shared parental responsibilities. These enhancements will benefit both employed and self-employed fathers. The GPPL will be doubled from 2 to 4 weeks for fathers of Singaporean children born from 1st January 2024. As a start, employers will have the option to provide the extra 2 weeks of leave voluntarily, and the government will reimburse them. Now, this transition period is critical for employers to adapt their work and operational systems to the new normal. Some companies have taken the lead, such as H&M and Electrolux, amongst some of our nation's employers who have taken an early start in providing paid paternity leave of 4 weeks since 2022. Standard Chartered Bank have taken a giant leap by offering 20 weeks of paid paternity leave. Now, this is commendable, but at the same time recognize that not all companies can do likewise and will need time to adapt. But clearly, companies see this as an important HR policy and has taken lead to do so. Will the ministry consider also setting a clear timeline on when the enhanced GPPL benefit will be made mandatory? Such a clear signpost will give both clarity and impetus to companies. In legislating these enhancements, we must also recognize the importance of supportive workplaces and awareness regarding the enhanced GPPL. Many fathers will be assured if the management comes out strongly to support them in taking leave to care for their newborn. Ensuring that eligible fathers are well informed of the benefits will enable them to make full use of the GPPL. Can the ministry broaden its work with the trade associations and chambers and the labour movement to spread such support and awareness? Now, this becomes even more critical for self-employed fathers, such as freelancers and gig workers, who may not have the same level of workplace support and awareness of such schemes. Next, a requirement for self-employed fathers to be eligible for GPPL is that they must be engaged in a particular trade, business, profession or vocation for a continuous period of at least 3 months before the child's date of birth. Now, this effectively means that the self-employed father would have to be working continuously until the date of the child's delivery. There would be instances whereby the self-employed father would need to support his wife in the pre-delivery phase. I hope that we can provide flexibility in meeting the continuous 3 months criteria. It will help our self-employed fathers to cope with their responsibilities better. Next, on the unpaid infant care leave. Enhancing the unpaid infant care leave by 6 days per parent per year for children under 2 is important. Now, parents would know that young children under 2 require frequent visits to the doctor. There will be routine checks and the unavoidable catching of viruses and bugs. The UICL will indeed go some way in helping parents attend to the needs of their children while being employed. Now, to enhance the usefulness of the UICL, we should enhance the flexibility of its usage. Rather than mandating that employees take the entire entitlement of the proposed 12 days in a single year, it would be beneficial to allow parents to use it flexibly during their child's first 2 years. Moreover, could the ministry consider a measured increase in the number of UICL days based on the number of children? families with multiple young children may have different caregiving needs, and tailoring the allowances accordingly would be a good step forward. Furthermore, we must also address the concerns of parents facing financial constraints. As the UICL is currently unpaid, we must ensure that the intended benefits of UICL are accessible to families across the socio-economic spectrum, including low-income workers. It might be difficult for low-income workers to use the UICL. Perhaps we could consider offering a partial subsidy or support for lower-wage workers in taking the UICL. This will alleviate financial burdens and make it more feasible for them to utilize this support. Next, on the importance of workplace support. Offering paternity leave is not sufficient in isolation, and this is reflected by the low take-up of paternity leave of 55% in 2019. Now, one of the commonly cited reasons was the lack of workplace support. Could the ministry share the latest take-up rate of paternity leave? Promoting such a workplace culture can start small, beginning with raising awareness amongst employees about the availability and importance of paternity leave. The longer-term goal would be to dispel stigmas associated with men taking time off for family responsibilities. Offering flexible work arrangements, such as remote work options or adjusted schedules, can further facilitate fathers' involvement in childcare without compromising their professional commitments. Additionally, companies can provide resources such as parenting workshops or support groups to help fathers navigate their roles and responsibilities more effectively. Now, for example, Citibank has been running a maternity matters program aimed to support mothers throughout their motherhood, from providing support in designing handover plans and also buddy programs to help mothers assimilate back into the workforce post-delivery. We can also similarly develop such programs for fathers. Such initiatives exemplify the corporate world's potential to contribute to the well-being of families. Employers should look into implementing such programs for both mothers and fathers. Where required, the union and the labour movement stands ever ready to help our SMEs with developing such policies. Mr. Speaker, the nation has made significant strides in supporting families with young children. However, there are also families facing pressures with having to care for both the young and elderly. Increasingly, as our population ages, more of our workers will have to assume some caregiving responsibilities for the elderly. The families that we are supporting today to raise the young children will also need support to care for their parents. The instances where they have to bring their elderly parents to the doctor are comparable to that for the young children. We must not forget that our workers who are single will also face caregiving responsibilities for the elderly parents. As we work towards supporting or providing support for workers to care for the young children, I hope that the government can also look into providing more support for workers with caregiving responsibilities for the elderly. Mr. Speaker, in Singapore, where family values are the cornerstone of our society, these proposed amendments represent more than just legal adjustments. They signify a progressive stride towards recognizing and facilitating fathers' active involvement in their children's lives. As Singapore ages rapidly, I urge the government to also consider how we can recognize and facilitate family members' active involvement in the caregiving of the elderly family members. Mr. Speaker, sir, I support the bill.